All right, guys, next step, once you have created your style tile to define those elements that we'll use on your site, your wireframe, you kind of have your rough layout, you will then begin to start to flesh out your static site, the page of your static site in Illustrator. So what you guys are looking at here is I did a dummy one for you, which was also the wireframe example. I did a sketch for you, so I sketched that out, got a general idea of where I was going to put things and how the interface was going to look, and then I started designing content in Illustrator. So I want to walk you through. I'm going to zoom in here just so you guys can see what all I have. I want to walk, and then I want to walk you through the demo of how I went about doing that. So again, I've got my navigation area, logo, my links. I have my header, my whole header area, which features my hero. I've got my motto, mission statement there as a call to action and a button to learn more. When you scroll down the page, I have an about area where there would be content. I'm using filler text. You guys obviously will actually flesh out the information, but I just wanted to do a quick demo for you. And then I've got my resources section. I've got a support and donate area, and then I have a footer where I could put content. I also have a little arrow here, which actually if I click this is going to jump back and take me back to the top of the page. That way I don't have to scroll. You see functions like that on a page. This is actually a relatively short landing page. You don't necessarily need that jump up button, but on a page that's particularly long, those type of functions are really handy because it prevents you from having to scroll all the way back up. So you guys will be working with, and this is in your assignment sheet, Illustrator actually has presets. Those are designed to help you, and I'm going to walk you through how to set that up, and I will begin rebuilding this web page. I will just be copying and pasting some content over because you guys are familiar with how to use text boxes and that sort of thing in Illustrator. But I will also cover a couple other things that you might have questions about. So I'm going to go up to File. I don't know, I think it might have cut File off on your screen, but I'm going to go up to File in Illustrator. I'm going to go to New, and then I'm going to hover over, I want to go to Web, okay? And then it's going to give you some options for web screen size. We're going to go ahead and just work with the minimum screen size, which is 1024 by 768. So this is when you come to a desktop. This is the minimum size that you will find that in. I asked you guys to use the presets because it's going to do some of the guesswork for you. Here I've got my pixels, my orientation. That's good to go. Here you guys will see color mode, RGB, right? When we're on screens, remember we are in the RGB color space. So it's already got those set up for me. I know that everything's going to look good if I actually export this to use on the internet. And then you're going to click create. So this is where you start. This is going to be the main, kind of the first thing you see. When you open, this is the area that your screen will allow you to see. So I'm going to go ahead, you guys, and start building this page. I'm going to copy this first section of my content over. Again, I know you guys will be doing your design from scratch, but we're just going to pretend that I'm doing my design from scratch with you guys there. Move that over. Okay, so I created, whoops, had my image locked down. That didn't come with me. So if you have images locked down, go to Object, Unlock, and then I had my image locked down there. Go grab that guy back. Okay. And then Object, Arrange, Send to Back. Okay, there we go. All right, so I have my page. Again, I've got all my ingredients that we spoke about earlier. And you guys will notice that this extends beyond my artboard. So to create that continual, that long page, to create your landing page, you have to extend your artboard. And that's super easy. You hover over to your toolbar and you can hit Shift O on your keyboard to open up the artboard tool, or you can just click and this will open up the area for your artboard, and then all you have to do is drag your artboard down. And so you can actually resize your artboard at any time if you do too little or too much. I'm just going to drag that down. If I need more, I'll get it. So I'm building my area here. I'm going to bring this section over. And one thing you want to be conscious of is you'll notice that a lot of these sections are viewed in, oops, that's not good, viewed in larger rectangles. It's because you want to make sure that, as we scroll down the screen, that everything that we need to see during that certain time is visible on the screen at once. I'm going to grab the rest of this. And then again, if I need to extend my page, I can. Yep, I need to extend my page. Extend my artboard there. Select everything. Drag that down. Alright, so I've actually now got too much room, so I'm going to click and drag everything up. And there we go. So as far as building your page, you're just going to do it on one continuous artboard and resize the artboard as you need it to be. A couple of things here with the images. Again, bringing in your images. You want to make sure that if you're coloring them or doing any kind of image changes, you can do that in Photoshop. I actually applied some overlays to these images within Illustrator. So to do that, all I did was I created this blue shape and put it over the image. Now normally it would look like this, but I'm making use of my blending modes, and if I go under opacity and then go to color, that creates that overlay. So again, with the images, you want to make sure that you have good quality images. Remember, with the type, you want to make sure everything stays consistent. If this is your large header size, then just copy and paste that as you start building your headers, and then you know that those will stay consistent in size. Once you get your typography set up, if you just copy and paste that formatting, then you have that consistency in your hierarchy. So one of the other things that will help you might be your grids and guides. If you go up to View, and then you go to Rulers, Show Rulers. So from here, at the top of my page, if I wanted to work with some alignment, I can click and drag. Say I'm creating some outer margins here. Drag that. And then I know that I don't want important content to extend. One of the things you need to be really mindful of in web design is, that has a border just like a page does. So treat like a physical page printed. So treat the screen like a page. You don't want things to go too close to the edge, and you don't want it to feel too cramped. So make sure that margins and white space is something that you're really paying attention to, and that you're viewing the page in segments as you scroll down the page. So we can chat if you guys have other questions. I can walk you through a couple other things if you have specific questions about how to go about doing things in Illustrator. But as far as getting set up and setting up your document size, that's how you start off.